People, what's happening? Thought I'd jump on and do another video just quickly whilst I have the time using the mic again. I think I'm not sure because the mic's not the best quality, but at the same time, not using the mic, it was quite echoey. So I thought I'd jump on. I don't know if it sounds better that way, but then there's a green light going, so I'm going to do it that way, and it's just anyway. Again, I know I need a haircut. Don't even mention it. I've been traveling. I've been doing this, that, and the other, and here we are. I'm back in England, in Bristol, and we are back on the grind recovering from jet lag. I know I'm very late to it, but I thought I'd give my roundup on the Premier League, shall we? Not all the teams, just a couple of them. I support Liverpool, so they'll be in there. Chuck in Man U, Newcastle, what a season they've had, and of course Arsenal and Manchester City. Start from the top down, shall we? Man City doing it 3 years back to back to back, which regardless of anything, financial fair play, um, more law breaking and buying players that they just do not need for the sake of having them is an achievement. It really is. 3 leagues back to back to back. When you got teams like Liverpool who this season haven't really been there. You got the teams like Arsenal who this season have already kind of shone through, and even the talent United have, even though they're poorly managed. And um, City just are in a league of their own, aren't they? I mean, it was shown when you're questioning Real Madrid, a team like that, and City go and just dismantle them. So well done to that. So I can't. All I can really say, I can't. I mean, poor start, but you're doing it. 3 years on the trot. Down from there, you've got Arsenal. Uh, Phenomenal season. I think look, it's just luck of the unlucky. It's just unlucky, isn't it? Like, yeah, oh, they bottled it. But at the same time, you've got two arguments. One, if you just said to any Arsenal fan at the start of the year, we're going to come second, they'll take it. Maybe not midway when they're how many points clear, but they're going to take it at the start of the season. The other side to it is, yeah, they've had an awful end of the season and now they bottled it. Flip it over, and if they started the season how they ended the season and ended the season how they started the season, we'd be sitting here having a total different praise of them, wouldn't we? We'd be sitting here, oh, Arsenal have done this, incredible, but it's just unfortunate the way it went, and I think that's important to remember that actually, yeah, they bottled it, but at the same time, the if you reverse the roles and say they started how they ended and ended how they started, then we'd be singing their praises. That being said, they did bottle it, and I don't know how you do that. I think it's the lack of experience. You got the likes of Saka, and players like that who are phenomenal players, but they have no experience winning anything for club or country. Um, and I think that took it, so that played its role, didn't it? Because at the end of the season, last couple of games, when the league was getting tight, they bottled it, and as soon as the City had won, bang, they're back on form again. And I think that's so important to remember. And I think that's why they need a few more players that can kind of just get the top cogs turning when they need it to. I think Jesus is one of those players who has experience winning, winning mentality. I think you need a few more of them. And I mean, Granit Xhaka is a comeback story for the ages, which is phenomenal. Moving on from there, you got Newcastle. No, it was sorry, United finishing third. Who did you expect it? And where they've been for however long is just embarrassing. And the players they've got in their squad, the depth, they just should be challenging, and they haven't been for the longest time. And I think it is poor management, and I think it's the mentality thing. They've got players that just don't care. Ronaldo came and he said it. But you've got players in that team that just don't care, just don't want to. Um, I think it's trying to shift that. But this season they've done well, so fair enough to them. And then on from that, Newcastle, given where they are last season, is incredible, absolutely incredible to finish fourth in a Champions League space when no one. I mean, last season we were talking about getting them relegated, them getting relegated, and here they are now. Is amazing, and well done to them because they haven't done a Man City. just yet. But that's amazing to them. And you got players like Trippier, just incredible. You got Isak, you got Wilson, who are just as good as each other, fighting for that they're choosing to start. And wow, honestly. Then you got Liverpool, who had a refusal to change their ways. It wasn't working. We weren't doing well, and you can see the team just isn't clicking. With too many old people, the attack was trying to get used to new players, and we finally did. And then the midfield wasn't clicking, and our defensive problems last season, and they were still there and eking through, and a refusal to adapt, just expecting it to just click, which never did. And then finally, you're thinking, well, our defense isn't very good. A lot of it's because of Trent. The midfield isn't very good. A lot of it's from that playmaker missing. Thiago's injured. You got a playmaker missing. Bring Trent forward, and all of a sudden you're seeing this finally stop doing the fullback, go into a three back, and Trent pushing into midfield. I hope that's going to become a permanent. I hope that's going to become a permanent thing next season. I really do, because he was phenomenal, wasn't he? Let's be honest. Um, I think that'd be good for England as well, because that role for England with him and Bellingham. Wow, we got Foden in there, took him in, and all of a sudden you got Trippier playing right back. It was great for England, and for Liverpool, he's clearly done it. I hope we get a right back signing this year that can really just make the defence click. Robbo on the left, Simakas as a super sub, could easily fight that starting place. A couple of defenders, Kanate is quite good, I think, Matip, and of course Van Dijk. Alisson, super keeper. New right back to just really solidify the defence and make it obviously not the best in the league, but certainly challenging. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And then going forward from there, you've got Trent coming in at midfield, who proved he can do that this season, and certainly I like to see him developing into that. I mentioned it before that he can. People forget he played that role in the academy. This isn't new. This isn't we've just seen Trent in the midfield. He's been a right back the his whole life. No, he hasn't. He played that in the youth academy. Became a right back. Send him back to that. It's clearly can do it. Clearly good. He's clearly very good. Amongst your McAllisters who's coming in, looks like McAllister, Trent. Keep your Fabinho for a little bit, maybe another couple of signings. You've got your Hendo off the bench and Thiago if he can survive injury. All of a sudden, that's sorted. And then up top, you've got your Gakpo, your Nunes, your Salah, of course. You've got your Jota, and your Diaz, and all of a sudden you're thinking, wow, this is a good team. So hopeful for next season, especially with how we ended this season. It's a shame we miss out on Champions League football, but a chance to just boost our self-esteem, I suppose, with what's coming up in Europa League, hopefully. Um, and then I think I want to touch on Spurs. Harry Kane has had a world of a season, absolute world of a season. To finish a season with 30 goals in a team that came eighth. No one's talking about it, and people need to be talking about it. 30 goals in a team that came eighth any other year. That's golden boot. You just got Haaland playing for City with 36. Any other season, that's 2 or 3 goals off the previous record. No one's talking about it. A team that came eighth and he got 30 goals. He's a phenomenal player, and I think I'd like to see him go to Madrid. Honestly, Benzema's leaving Madrid. Harry Kane, I feel like he seems like the natural replacement. They have similar play styles. Obviously, I don't know if you can quite call him Benzema, but he certainly can maybe fit into that. Good group of players around him. And then if Bellingham goes to Madrid, which is looking more and more likely, England link up. So that I'm hopeful for that. And then he can come back and get that Alan Shearer record in a few seasons' time. One of the things on that. And then down the bottom, obviously, you've just don't even know if it's worth talking about. Embarrassing, isn't it? Southampton, Everton, Leeds, Leicester. Each one worse than the last, you know what I mean? So, but I'm going to go back to the City thing because they look like they're going to win the treble. They've just beaten United in the FA Cup. So, as a Liverpool fan, I'm kind of glad because of no one wants City to win the treble, but at the same time, as a Liverpool fan, do I want United to come third in the Premier League and win 2 trophies in one season? Because that is a successful season. No, but City have done the double. Are they going to do the treble? It's looking likely. I don't think they will. Putting out there, I think they're going to bottle it. I just don't think they've got the bottle. So I think if Inter will do it, but City certainly could. Um, and I just think if they do, and everyone's like, oh, United did it, and now City, and whose is better? I don't think it's a debate. I don't care about the players and their competition and any of this. The simple fact is, United did it, and it pains me to say it. United did it without 115 financial fair play convictions. Do you know what I mean? To sit here and say, "Oh, well, City, or whose is better," they've bought it. They've just bought it. Like they've bought the best players, broken all the rules to get there, and yeah, they've done it. Well done. Well, when you're breaking that many rules, it's not that big a deal. It's like Bayern winning the um, Bundesliga. Do you know what I mean? It's like PSG winning the Serie A. Sorry, it's like PSG winning League One. It's like Liga, and it's like, oh yeah, you buy all your competition. That's the simple fact of it. City have waited so long for it. They've been trying so hard, and they're going to do it with hundreds of charges against them for breaking financial fair play rules. And well, okay, well, where's the achievement in that? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't think it's close. I think United stands clear because they didn't cheat to get it after 300 years of trying. And I also think it's worth mentioning City, right? Last season, in season 2021-2022, scored 99 goals, right? Without a flat out striker. City, 2022-2023, score 94 goals. So they scored less goals this season against a league with probably, in my opinion, less competition and with an out and out striker who, yeah, they scored less goals. It just all the goals came through him. All the goals came through Haaland. 36 goals in the season. They all came through him. When you got a team like City around you, again, they were all scoring goals last season. They scored more goals, 99 goals last season. They scored more goals last season. This season, they scored less. It's just they were all given to Haaland. But last time they were all spread out. They have got such phenomenal talent. They were all spread out. This season, they just gave them to Haaland. I think that's why it's more impressive for someone like Kane. And also, Haaland just stands in the box. He's an out-and-out striker. He's in the box all the time, poaching goals. Kane isn't. You know, Kane isn't. So in my opinion, I'd rather Kane on my team, a selfless striker who's still bagging 30 goals a season. Haaland 36, but it means the team he does well, but the team is scoring less goals. It's like the team and they didn't run away with the league this year. They were much more competitive. I feel like City doesn't bring out the best in Haaland, and also Haaland doesn't bring out the best in City. It's just that City is such a great team. It makes everything look perfect. Do you know what I'm trying to say? In my opinion, I think the FA Cup. So I think City played awful. I think if City played that in the fight in the Champions League final, they're going to lose. They were just playing against a team who played even more awful in United. I just think City doesn't bring out the best in Haaland, and Haaland doesn't bring out the best in City, in my opinion. And yeah, don't get me wrong, phenomenal machine, 36 goals, but you're playing in a team like City, who scored 99 goals last season. They did less this year. They're just all going to Haaland because they got a big 6'6" robot stood in the box 24/7. Do you know what I mean? So rant over with. Thank you so much for watching, people. I hope you've enjoyed. Take care, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know how it is watching YouTube for long enough now. Peace.